Good morning to all of you. Myself, Mother Shri. Today I am going to give my first presentation on aims and objective of physical science, which is under pedagogy of physical science. Physical science is a systematic study of the inorganic world as distinct from the study of the organic world, which is the province of biological science. Physical science is ordinarily thought of as consisting of four broad areas, that is astronomy, physics, chemistry, and the earth science. The main purpose of teaching physical science in school is to enable students to grasp systematically the basic knowledge of physical science needed for the further study of modern science and technology. This study of physical science helps in acquiring experimental skill, which is also help in developing ability to think and solving mathematical problems. It is also required in the field of industry, defense, and agriculture. Basically, the purposes that can be served by the study of that subject generally becomes the aim for this for its study. So, the aims for teaching physical science are: first is knowledge aim. Teaching of physical science should be aimed for the necessary increase in the span of one's knowledge regarding physical science, helping him to understand himself and his environment as adequately as possible. Next is a practical aim. Practical aim means knowledge is useful only when it is capable of being applied practically. It is in the sense obligatory on the part of a science teacher to teach practical aspect of all the scientific principles and knowledge imparted to the students. The student should not only know about the scientific principle and facts but should also be able to use them practically in understanding their self and environment surrounding them. Next is development of scientific attitude, means the science education should aim for the development of scientific attitude among the learners. It should help in removing the superstitious, false beliefs, wrong notations spread in the society, and cultivate the habit of proper reasoning, observation, and experimentation, leading to a firm belief in the testing and verification of hear, saying, and observe facts. Next is cultural aim, as the development of the culture and civilization of a country is essentially linked with the progress and improvement in the study of science. This fact becomes quite imperative if we see that the countries who are said to be quite developed today are those countries who are considered to be more advanced in the matter of science education imparted to their youngsters. So, next is social aim. Social aim is the study of science which should also aim in the development of social virtues among the students for leading a well adjusted social life and contributing significantly towards the welfare and progress of the society. It should help a child to understand and apply all what is going on around him in the name of the development in the field of science and technology. Now, next is vocational aim. As on attaining maturity, one is supposed to earn his livelihood. Our science education should also strive for the achievement of this end. It becomes more essential by noting a significant development that today our day-to-day life activities and all what is manufactured, consumed, and applied is completely dominated by the knowledge of science and technology. In other words, today the key of almost all the professions and vocations lies in the knowledge and proficiency achieved in the field of science. And next is utilization of leisure time. Leisure time means as a science education must also aim in the helping the students to learn ways and means of utilizing the leisure hours as fruitfully as possible. It must provide us the way to relax and seek proper entertainment from the nature as well as from the technological advancement. Next is psychological aim, as science, if taught properly, may prove a potent mean for the satisfaction of the psychological needs of the youngsters. Children have excessively curiosity for knowing and investigating the things and events around them. Their areas of interest are quite wide and diversified. They want to do things with their own hands and verify their truth by actual observation and experimentations. Science education is capable of providing proper opportunities for these things. Next is as a skill aim. Skill aim means study of science at all levels should essentially aim to develop useful skill pertaining to scientific observation, experimentation, and practical use of scientific facts and principles. Although we cannot expect a very high degree of manual proficiency and technical skill from the children studying in schools, yet we may safely aim to cultivate a habit of doing things independently, to manipulate and explore stable appliances and instruments. All these things. These are the main aims. Finally, the main aim is to make students interested in physical science so that they can use this in their daily life. The main objective of teaching physical science is to encourage and enable students to develop inquiring minds and curiosity about science and nature, to acquire knowledge, conceptual understanding, and skills to solve problems. As skill and knowledge both together um, becomes ability as intellectual ability. Intellectual ability refers to situation in which the individual is expected to bring specific technical information to bear on a new problem. Okay, now major objective of teaching physical science in behavioral terms are as follows. Like first is knowledge objective. As the pupil acquires knowledge of the terms, facts, concept, definition, principles, and processes related with the physical science. Next is understanding objective, means the pupil develop understandings regarding that. Next is application objective. Application objective, it means the pupil applies his knowledge and understanding of the subject physical science to the day-to-day life activities and the new or unfamiliar situations. Next is skill objective. The pupil develops mathematical skills like manipulative skills, drawing skills, or collecting or preserving skills, any skills which they have or they use for the physical science. Now next is interest objective, means the pupil develops interest in the world of physical science. Attitude objective, the pupil develops scientific attitude through the study of physical science. Appreciation objective, the pupil appreciate the contribution of science to the human welfare. Difference between aims and objectives. As aims are long-term statement of purpose that may be achieved over a long period of time. You can say that 1 or more years. Whereas objectives are bounded in a short and a specified time. You can say that during teaching, learning activity, one chapter has been completed with the particular objectives. Aims may be or may not be observable and measurable, whereas objectives are easily observable and measurable. We can say or we can give an example for that, as teacher aims for developing interest and curiosity of the learner in science, whereas teacher have an objective to calculate the resistance of a conductor during teaching Ohm's law. So like that. Aims and objectives of teaching science at different stages have been summarized as at primary level, middle school level, and high or a higher secondary levels. So for primary level, the aims and objectives of teaching science as arousing and maintaining interest in nature and in the physical and a social environment, arousing love for the nature and its sources, developing the habit of observation, explorations, classified and systematic way of thinking, developing the child's power of manipulative, creative, and inventive faculties, developing neat and orderly habit, inclusion of habits of healthful livings. So, like this, in a primary level, the children are small. So, first we should try to generate interest for the science in these childrens. Middle school level, in this teachers should try to for the acquisition of a kind of information concerning nature and science, which may also serve as the basis for a late general science courses, developing the ability to reach generalization and to apply them for solving every problem. Teacher try to understand the impact of science on one way of life, developing interest in scientific hobbies. They inspire children by stories about scientists and their discoveries. Finally, at higher secondary levels, students are a lot mature. So, main objectives to teach physical science behind this is to familiarize the pupil with the world in which he lives and to make him understand the impact of science on society so as to enable him to adjust himself to his environment. Next objective is to acquaint him with the scientific method and to enable him to develop the scientific attitude. Next is to give them this pupil a historical perspective so that they may understand the evolution of scientific development. Thank you all.